Hi everyone, welcome back to the Melting the Ice podcast with your favorite host, Human Dibiton. I'm so happy to be here today. I hope you're excited. Grab your water, I have mine right here. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, whatever you feel you need, grab it. Let's get right into it. Today's episode 8 or 9 of the Shireen's Anyway series, a series where we learn to reign no matter what. We learn to understand that we get to reign through the rain. We get to we get to rise and we get to let our challenges make us mightier. Okay, something really funny happened today. So I came here, I go live from StreamYard. I'm sure you can see the big fat logo of StreamYard right there. So I go live from StreamYard, and when I started the live, I just started talking. That's how excited I am to be here today. I'm so happy to be here today because I went live and just started talking. Only to realize that I hadn't pressed the go live button. I was talking for like 5 minutes and I realized, oh my gosh, I'm not live. But thank God I realized that I wasn't live and I didn't do the entire episode. That would have been so funny. But that was a funny story to start. How are you doing today? Do you have any funny stories to share with me before we start? Let me know in the comment section. So today's episode is how to stop waiting for permission and finally start the thing God told you to do. For the woman who is like delaying her anointing because she wants permission, she wants applause, she wants people to hold her hand and tell her, hey, start this thing. Let me just tell you something. Should you come closer or should I come closer? I'm gonna come closer and tell you. No one's gonna give you permission. Sorry, I have a stutter. No one will give you permission. Okay? The things you want to hear, the exact way you want to hear those things, like the longer you wait, the harder it will be for you to start. The longer you wait, the more difficult it will be for you to start. You're waiting for people to tell you, yes, Natalie, you should do this thing. But God told you already, Natalie. By the way, I have my book here. I like to write when I go live, things that comes to my mind. So God told you already, Natalie, you have to do this thing. You already heard from God. So why do you keep wanting to hear from people? Now, of course, sometimes God speaks to people. He will find people to how do I say this? Find people to reinforce the message. That happens all the time, right? But Natalie is in 5 years. If your name is Natalie, I'm not attacking you. I'm just using that name as an example. God told you, but yet you're still waiting. And you keep saying that, oh, I'm waiting on God. But God is waiting on you. And I'm sure you've heard this message many times before. But today is the day that you are leaving that waiting room. Declare today, I am exiting the waiting room because your man is out here at the door of the waiting room saying, get out. Your man is here telling me to get out of that waiting room. It's time. It's time. The world needs you. The world needs your project. The world needs your gift. The world needs the assignment the world needs the thing you want, the thing you want to do. Okay? The world needs it. If I myself was thinking that, oh my gosh, I have a stutter, who will listen to me, who will hear me out, how dare I come out here and share this thing to people, I wouldn't be here today. And for a long time, I listened to that voice. For a long time, I was convinced that I had to wait to no longer stutter. Like it had to be completely gone before I showed up. I had to be perfect. I had to have the most perfect skin ever. I had to have everything perfect. And I'm like, no. I've wasted a lot of time waiting. I don't want that to be your story, Natalie, or whatever your name is, sis, my good sis. I don't want that to be your story. It took me 5 years to start the podcast on Spotify. Even though I wasn't even showing my face, I was traumatized by what people might say about me. And guess what? Are you ready to hear what I have to say? No one said a thing. Because honestly, nobody cares. People are so busy living their lives, so busy doing things, busy going to work, busy scrolling. People are living their lives. And if one day someone gives you attention and starts to hate on you, you're a star. If one day someone gives you attention and starts to hate on you, it's because something you said triggered them. And guess what? If everything you say sits perfect with everyone, then you're not being yourself. You're not being authentic. You're not saying what's really in your heart, how you want to say it. If everything about you, people like everything, everyone on earth likes everything about you, exactly how you say, I agree with everything you say, then something about you is not authentic. Something about you is not authentic. That's perfectly normal. I was so terrified of people hating on me starting my business, which was in April of this year. I was terrified of people calling me names because thinking, oh my goodness, human, you have like 5 followers on on YouTube and you have like 10 followers on Instagram. How dare you charge for your courses? And back then I only had one offer and it was what I call is my one-to-one sessions, my clarity shift sessions for human, my one-to-one sessions. That was all I had back in April. That was it. And I was charging a good amount for that. And I felt terrified. Oh my god, what if they shame me? To this day, no one has shamed me. To this day, no one has shamed me. And if they have, maybe behind my back, but to my face, no. And if one day someone shames me to my face, then I won't die. People say things, people will attack you. But guess what? Oftentimes, they're just doing one thing. And I'm sure you know this thing. Because if my pen stopped working. Asking you, oh, okay. They are just doing one thing. They are projecting on you, projecting their fears on you, their insecurities and limitations on you. And even then, you can learn from that. You can learn, oh my goodness, wow, this person is really afraid of this thing and they're passing on their fears to me. Not everybody will do that though. Some people will genuinely give you their advice, their reflections. You don't have to take the advice though. However, listening won't hurt because now you know you can get an idea of how to become better. Maybe the way to become better is to stop being friends with that person. Sometimes. Maybe the way to become better is to say, this is my friend, but please, can we not talk about my business? I love you, sis. I love you, bro. But can we not talk about my business? I'm not comfortable because you're not doing what I'm doing. You didn't hear from God. I did. So let's talk about everything else. Let's talk about the things we do together. But my business, my work, the thing that God called me to do here on earth. Let's not talk about that. Let's let it go. Okay? Say that. Anyways, you see that nothing is going to happen. To this day, no one has shamed me. The entire time, I was the one shaming myself. The entire time, all the shame, all the bullying came from me. And do you know why that bullying was happening? That bullying was happening because part of me didn't want me to do this. Part of me didn't want me to like open this door and do this thing because part of me felt like I couldn't handle it. It's almost like your body, your mind, a part of you wants to protect you from being disgraced by disgracing you first. What? Yeah. The part of you that is waiting for perfection, waiting for, I don't know, a brick from heaven to fall on your head to say, it's time to start. That brick will never fall on your head because God thinks your head is precious. That too. That's not going to happen. That part of you literally wants to keep you safe because it thinks that if the world makes fun of you, you can't handle it. Because human beings were created to, and we're social beings, right? We're social beings, and also we want to fit in. We want to belong. So part of you is thinking that if it shames you, then you stay small enough to not do the thing you want to do, and then you will also be so miserable. But then it guarantees your safety. It guarantees the fact that you're not going to go out there and risk being rejected, and risk not being liked, and risk being the person nobody wants to do business with, and risk all those things. It's protecting you from that. I have an episode here on my YouTube. I think that was from a couple of weeks ago. It's called Why Do I Keep Doing the Things I Don't Why Do I Keep Doing the Things I Don't Want to Do? Something along the lines of that. Or why you do what you don't want to do. Something like that. It's really good. I go into the details on the part of you that does the things you don't want to do, and the part of you that does the thing that, and the part of you that wants to do the things you want to do. That war, within yourself that you experience. I talk about that in that episode. So back to this episode. To this day, nobody has shamed me. And like I just told you right now, even if they do, I'll learn from it. Because the part of me that wants to keep me safe is also the part of me that will guarantee my existence on this earth is utterly, absolutely, 1000% miserable. When I was running away from the podcast, when I was avoiding my podcast for those 5 years, I was miserable. I was creating all kinds of suffering in my mind, in my body, in my spirit. I was feeling so sick because I felt like I had so much to give and I didn't give any of those things. You see, when if you go, okay, I go hiking sometimes. Do you all like love hiking? I go hiking sometimes. It's not one of the things that make me really happy. I love nature. My point is, one day I went to this hiking trail that I absolutely love. I love the hiking trail. It's beautiful, and I saw this little lake, this little river, like it was flowing, right? And then there was like a log of wood that had fallen in the water. And this river is not very wide, right? It's like not very wide. So the log of wood literally fell. And then the water the water on the right looked very different from the water on the left. The water on the left was still flowing, right? But then the water on the right was like decaying. It had like this little yucky green things that were growing on there. It looked yucky. It looked unhealthy. Things that were dying. I could even see some flies hovering above the water. It was really gross. And then something clicked in my mind. This is what happens. This is what was happening to me. And when I saw that thing, I was going through this whole thing that I'm telling you about right now. Everything on the right was decaying. Then it clicked in my head. I am decaying because there's a log of wood that is blocking the flow. Should I just show you guys? This log of wood that is blocking the flow. Can you see this? This is the left. So the left side of the river was just flowing, very healthy, very nice. And then the right side of the river was decaying. Like things were just looking so nasty. If you want to decay, do not express what you're born to express. This is the wood, by the way. This is the log of wood. If you want to decay, hold things in. Especially when it's your gift. Because guess what? Your gift is not just for you. Your gift is for humanity. Not the whole of humanity, okay? Not for everyone in humanity. But God has signed to that gift because there's a group of people, a whole community of people that will rely on that gift. So you deliberately choosing to not share that gift will make you sick. Because the purpose of your existence is to do that thing. Now you're not doing that thing. Of course you're going to be miserable. Of course you're going to feel depressed. Of course you're going to be sad. Of course you're going to feel like something in you is dying. You're going to feel like this. Like this. Things will be dying. Because it's not flowing. And what is this resistance? This log of wood that's stopping you from doing that is that part of you that thinks you will die if nobody applauds for you. But guess what? The faster way to die is to not do the things you're going to do. The fastest I just saw my neighbors walking. The fastest way to die, spiritual death, is to literally not do those things that you were born to do. So if you keep waiting, you're gonna start decaying. I don't want that for you. I don't want you to be decaying. I want you to be expanding. But you have to remove this log. It's really scary. It's scary because now all this gunk is going to come out, all the fears, all the things are going to come out, but you can handle it. That's why I call my podcast Melting the Ice. Because we melt away our insecurities. We melt away the things that are holding us back. We emerge as better versions of ourselves. I'll share a very personal story right now. Yesterday when I went live, I forgot the topic. It wasn't the breakthrough versus burnout. It was something else. I forgot. But I was talking about let me see if I can find it here. Bear with me. Let's see if I can find it here. Yesterday I spoke about, is it here? It was about discipline. Let me see. Yeah, it was about the real reason you can't stay consistent. Like not being able to be consistent. Consistency. Very similar to this one, right? I know. And as I was talking and talking about consistency and going deep into the reason why you're unable to maintain that energy, that episode was really good. Check it out. I realized that someone was with me in the live. Usually when I go live, like right now, there's no one here with me. And I became so comfortable with that. I became so comfortable having no one here with me. You know, people might watch the video afterwards. After the video goes live, after I end the live, people will watch the live, right? And that was more comfortable for me. Yesterday, though, for the first time, I had like two people in the live with me, watching me as I was going live. And I froze. Go watch it. It's there. I froze. It's called The Real Reason You Can't Stay Consistent. I was really terrified of that. I was scared. Part of me wanted to just end the live right there and say, bye, see ya, hasta la vista. I'm out of here. This is weird. But I stayed. I stumbled a bit more. I felt a bit more awkward, but I still stayed. And I finished that live. I finished that live. I finished that episode. I did it. Despite how terrified I felt. Okay? The faster you can feel, the faster you can become better. Like, let go of this thing when you're afraid of, like, fear. And this is so interesting because today I wrote notes for this podcast episode. I haven't been looking at the notes. I'm just like flowing. I always flow, but usually I flow with a bit of structure. You know what I mean? Today I've not been looking at these notes, and that's good. That's very good. So that's what happened to me yesterday. I freaked out, but I kept going. So you too, you are waiting for permission. You just have to keep going. You just have to keep going. You have to just like start something. No longer wait. Say today I'm exiting the waiting room today. I'm leaving that waiting room today. Okay? And of course it will be scary. It should be scary. It should be scary, for goodness sake. You've been waiting for I don't know how long, 10 years. Of course it's going to be scary. The longer you wait, the more scary re-entry is going to be. Okay? So you waiting, it's not rebellion. It's not because you're bad. It's like division, like I told you. A part of you thinks you can't handle it. A part of you thinks you're going to be shamed. And I told you to this day, no one has shamed me. And even if one day someone shames me, I'll be open about it. And I'll say, hey, I'm still learning. But please, do not disrespect my... Look at me, I got triggered talking about hypothetical shaming. That is so funny. I got triggered on like live talking about this. I'm a person. I'm not a log of wood. I'm a person. So let's say someone shames me one day. Of course, it's not going to feel good. But I am strong enough to handle it and say, you know what? I don't know what relationship I will have with that person, but I'll say I really value, our friendship or whatever. But do not ever disrespect my business again. I want to maintain this friendship, but let's not talk about that. Like, this is off limit. This is not off limit. And I'll just understand that this person is not a real friend to me. If you're a real friend, you wouldn't be disrespecting my business or shaming me. Or if it's a person on the internet, a person I don't know shaming me, that's even better because I don't have a relationship with you. I don't even have to have a conversation because I don't even know you. And then, like, it's not even like you're part of my tribe. You're not even part of the Meltaway family. You're a person who's just hating on me for whatever reason, for whatever twisted story you're having in your life. I don't know what you experienced. You're just hating on me for no reason. I'll just say, you know what? Thank you because thank you. Because now you're showing me how strong I am. You're showing me that a person can hate me online and I won't die because I'm still breathing. There you go. You're not the giver of life. You don't give me air to breathe. Okay? Will I like it? No, but that's the whole point though. When you're waiting for permission, oh God, guys, I noticed that when going live like in person like this, It's still very new to me. For a long time, I only had a podcast, so I was way more relaxed when I was talking. Now, when I talk, I can feel some triggery energy in my talk because I'm not completely comfortable being on camera. But I'm sure you'll see me, you'll watch me get better. Oh, that'll be fun. You literally watch me get better. So sometimes like I say things too fast like this. I stutter more than I stutter normally, but that's okay. That's okay. So you need compassion, not condemnation. Okay, you're probably watching this video because you're condemning yourself. You're saying, "Oh, stop this thing." You're being brutal with yourself. Watch the life I did yesterday, the one before this one, and just stop condemning yourself. Stop that nonsense. Have compassion for yourself. Yesterday, I was saying that when you decide to have compassion for yourself, you take 10 steps forward. When you decide to have condemnation for yourself, you take 10 steps backward. So do you want to take 10 steps backward or 10 steps forward? It all depends on whether you decide to have compassion or have condemnation. Even if nothing else changes, even if nothing else changes, you're taking 10 steps in the right direction. Isn't that so amazingly nice? Isn't that so nice? God gave you the yes. God gave you the yes. Why are you still waiting? Why are you still here? I don't want you to be like, next thing you know, when you wait for too long, this happens to you. You start to decay. It's natural. Because if God gives you something and you don't use it, that thing will start to die. Because you're not making use of it. You're wasting it. You will decay. Because you're punishing people in the world that need to hear your voice. I need to calm down. You're punishing people in the world that need to hear your voice. As we speak now, from my conscious mind, it may seem like, oh, I have like 5 views in my videos. That's a lot. I'm grateful for that. Okay? But that part of me, that conscious mind might be saying that you're saying all these things about your gift, about people wanting that gift. But look at you. Who wants your gift? Who have you heard from? That's a big fat lie. Because my whole life, people have been telling me that, people have not even telling me, people have been telling me that, yes, telling me that every time I open my mouth to speak to them, every time I speak to them, it feels like something gets realigned within themselves. It feels like I know exactly what to say to them. They feel like everything is going to be okay. Because of my energy, because of my gift, I can help people come to a conclusion of clarity. I can help people feel clear about their next steps. Right? So that voice in my head that's telling me that, oh, you're wasting your time, that's a lie. Because you can't tell me that something that I've been doing my whole life, now that I'm sharing it with the world, just because the whole community hasn't found me yet, it doesn't mean I'm wasting my time. It just means that I'm a buried gem. Say it. I'm a buried gem. I'm a buried gem. And every single day I choose to show up here, I remove some of that dust. I'm like, and I come out. What am I doing? I come out more, you know. But those that are meant to find me, I trust that they'll find me when they need it. If they find me today, great. If they find me tomorrow, great. If they find me in 1,000 years, I should be okay with that. At least, I'm not going to be decaying because the river is flowing. I'm not holding on to what I have to say. I'm not holding on to my gifts. I'm sharing it. And as I share it, I come more alive. Every single day you see me here, if you watch my previous lives, you'll notice that I come more alive every life. I come more alive every life. And that's happening naturally. Because as I'm showing up here, I'm learning to feel safe being seen. I'm learning to show myself. I'm learning to show the real me and to share my gift with those who are born to receive it because they exist. And I'm convinced not one person. I don't know how many people, but I'm sure it's more than one. If you're here, let me know you're here. If it's you, tell me, yo man, it's me. Your gift is making my life better. Tell me. I would love to hear from you because you have no idea. People like me who share and who have, who were born for to bring clarity to others. It means the world to us, actually to everyone. Everyone would love to feel appreciated. So yeah, I would love to hear from you. Okay, stop waiting. Leave that waiting room. Leave that waiting room. You're not waiting on confirmation. You really got confirmation. And when God told you what to do, you got the confirmation. You're just avoiding commitment because part of you is afraid that doing that thing will kill you. That if you start doing that thing, that business, you start to, like, you stop waiting for permission. That a big fat wolf is going to come and eat you up. And that's not true. That's not true. Okay, I have this thing. It's called crown activation. The link is down below, where I teach you how to activate your crown. I teach you how to make this part of you that is afraid, that is waiting for permission. We literally retrain that thing to be on your side, to become your cheerleader, and then you stop asking for permission. Of course, it's work, so you do it every single day, but it's very easy and very short. You might still be afraid, but at least you will reign. You will reign. REIGN. You reign, yes. Because empresses reign anyways. She reigns anyways. No matter what, she reigns anyways. Despite everything, she reigns anyways. Are you an empress? Then act like one. Act like one. If you want that activation, you're like, you know what? I want to fast track this thing. Give me the things, human. Link below. I have an 11-day coronation. That is free. That is every single day you get it. Like you get to understand and remember your crown, and you get to act like it. It might take a bit more work because it's 11 days, and you do have to do the exercises. But if you want to just fast track, crown activation is for you. 3 steps. You can do it among people. No one will know. It's happening internally. But you notice how you're shifting the gunk little by little. You're removing it. I have a different technique that it will be in my next course. I'm not going to share more on that. That's going to be really fun. I can't wait to share with you. And that technique is going to be for when you're super triggered. You just have to use something you just want to I don't want to say it. Like when you're so triggered and you don't want to do the work, you want that instant, you want that extra instant, microwave instant shift. That'll be my next course. But for now, you have crown activation. It is pretty fast. You start to feel how the stories you were hearing before begin to change without you lifting a finger. But you choosing to be present, you choosing to show up and actually doing that simple work. Like, it's simple, but you have to do it. And it's simple. Okay. I have so much more to talk. I've shared my story before, but I was the girl who stuttered since I was 5 years old. I was the girl who was afraid of starting my podcast because I felt like I'll be ridiculed. I'll be humiliated. People will laugh at me for making these stuttering things. I mean, for stuttering like this. I was so scared of that because I wasn't fully confident, like, in my skin. I hadn't fully owned my stuttering. My stuttering. It gets better, y'all. It gets better. So I call these little things that we do. Mine is stuttering. Yours might be something else that you think is the thing that is enough to stop you from your gift. You think that this thing that you have is a thing that should stop you from sharing your gift. I call it your crown cringe. Your crown cringe. You can be crowned despite it. Crowned despite that thing, you get to be crowned regardless. Okay? And one day, I'll be able to speak much more clearly. Amen. I see that happening very, very soon in the near future. And then, people that are experiencing these things, their crown cringe and struggling to accept it, to move forward despite it, they'll watch these videos, whether I'm still here, whether I'm gone from Earth, whether I'm old, they'll be able to benefit from this. They'll say, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for sharing your gift. Despite how awkward you felt, how weird you felt, you still came human. You still showed up. Thank you. Thank you for showing up human. Thank you for doing this. Thank you. Okay? Delayed obedience isn't obedience. I've been told this in my whole life and it used to annoy me so much. Delayed obedience isn't obedience. It's obedience dressed up as fear. It's really fear. And who is afraid? The part of you who thinks you can't handle the so-called hate people will give you. The hate will not come for a long, long time. Maybe until until people have actually, taken notice of you. And when that happens, you have what it takes. You can say, I don't allow this in my space. Block. You can just block them and say, this energy is not allowed in my space. Sorry. Nope. And then you come back. You show up again. And just by you showing up again, you will inspire so many. Because empresses turn everything they get into gold. Even haters, even hate can be transformed into gold. People have done it before. Martin Luther King, transforming hate into gold. It's been done before, and you can be among those who do it now in this generation. You can be the one that will say, "Oh, you man, oh, I don't know, Angelica was in that category, transforming filth into gold." Are you going to take the call? Are you going to accept that challenge? Or are you going to decide to rot away and be miserable? Like, there's no other option. I pray you choose to stand up and exit the waiting room. I'm waiting for you. I'm right now at the door. Close your eyes and imagine that you're in the waiting room of your next big project. And I come to you. Close your eyes, please. You're in the waiting room of your next big project. I come to you. I say, "Hey," I tap your shoulder. I tap your shoulder, tap it, and I say, "Hey, why are you here?" You tell me, "Well, I'm waiting." And I tell you, "Why are you waiting? This is not the doctor's office or something." "Why are you waiting?" You tell me, "Oh, I'm just waiting, I have to wait before I do this thing. I'm waiting, And I tell you, there's no one else in line. And you're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah. Your eyes are closed, okay?" I'm like, "There's no one here." I'm like, "Look around you. There's no one here. So why are you waiting? Why are you waiting?" In the lane of your gift, this pen. In the lane of your gift, there's no one there. It's not a doctor's office. It's not a doctor's office. There's no one there. So why are you waiting? Tell me the truth. It's okay to be scared. Now I'm holding your hands. It's okay to be scared. It's okay. But guess what? I can't carry you through that door, but we can walk through it together. Is that okay? We can walk through it together. But there's no one here except for you. Okay? If you're waiting for a ding, Miss Angelica, it's your turn. Come to the doctor. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Because there's no one there except you. No one. Not even no cashier. No one. I've entered the waiting room now because I want to bring you out. I want you to leave this waiting room now. Now you're thinking, "Oh, I've been living in the waiting room for 10 years. I have like my chair here, my favorite TV, all my snacks are here. You don't understand. I can't leave my favorite things here because the door they can't fit all these things with me." I'm like, exactly. Because these things that are in the waiting room are the exact things that have been holding you back. They can't come. You have to let them go. Now you're saying, "Yo, man, if I have to let them go, how will I feel? Okay, I can't handle being without these things." I'm like, yes, you can. You have God. You have me. You have God. Wow, big deal, right? And you have me here walking with you. I have the crown activation. Take it. It's very short. But the shift it will make in your life will be like will be instant. You'll feel it. Because you don't have to carry all this shame. Because you can find other support. You can have support that does not hurt you. There's support out there that doesn't hurt you. Channels like mine, they exist out there. They are helping you, like they are on one end, and then you have God with you, and then that's like the person that's like with you while you're moving forward. So your obedience does not need more clarity. Your obedience does not need more clarity. It needs courage. You need courage. It's time to activate courage. The courage to fail in front of people. If you're really scared, then you need to crown yourself. I have the crown coat for free. 11 days. You remember your crowns. You will feel so much more lighter. Give yourself that gift, please. I have the crown activation. I activate you like this. All those parts that are against you, slowly every single day as you show up every single day to do this work. To do this work, those parts become your allies. And then there's no longer a need for all this struggling. Okay? If you want to start like a business online, you want to start online business, whatever it may be, or any business, not just online business. You want to start a business period. You want to start posting online and sharing. Yet you feel awkward. You don't want to create a product, like you don't want to create a course. You don't want to create something that can actually help people, and that can also get you paid because it's your right. It's called sacred exchange. It's your right. Like God wants you to get paid for your gift. That's why He gave you the gift, and that's why He gave you the people are there too who will benefit from that gift and who will be willing to pay you, tell you thank you for this gift. But if you don't do anything about it, the gift dies, the gift decays, along with it you die. And it's not physical death, it's emotional death. It's even more painful. Don't do this to yourself. The link down below, I have the link to Zero Views Fully Crowned. This is my course on how to feel fully crowned when you're just starting. Whether you have 0 views, whether you have 1 billion views, your worthiness cannot be tied to the views, to the claps, to the applause, to the validation. This course helps you divorce that. Divorce your worthiness to all of those external things. You learn how to laugh, how to reign, and how to invoice, how to charge for your gold, for your magic, unapologetically. With 0 audience, you learn to charge. You learn to like make that bold decision to laugh your way through the entire journey. Imagine if you were laughing as you were creating your stuff. Wouldn't it become so much more easier? I don't know what you're waiting for. If it's a business, if it's a charge, Zero Views Fully Crowned will help you with that. Okay, but overall, even if you don't get 0 views Fully Crowned, learn how to charge. You want to be in crown codes and you want to be in crown activation, because those things will help you to crown yourself. And you can decide how much you can now make a decision, not out of fear, but more aligned for yourself. 0 views Fully Crowned is that course I will teach you. Let's do it. Let's charge. Let's give them value and let's charge for it, because it's all right. It's all right. When I started my business, Clarity Shift Sessions for Human, I charged for it. I was really scared. But I teach you how I myself walked through that journey of charging for my very first offer when I literally had 0 views. And how I had people asking me to book sessions with me. It's all in the course. I will leave you now. I had fun. I hope you had fun too. When I came here today, I thought I would stay for just 20 minutes, but I don't know. I always end up giving more than I wanted to. Not because you don't deserve it. You deserve all the things, the best. But I end up giving more because it's just who I am. I have things to do today, so I wanted to just stay here for just 20 minutes and then go to the other things I had to do. But just being here, I ended up giving more and I have absolutely 0 regrets. Today, my stuttering was interesting. Was it more than yesterday? I think no. But there's room for improvement. And just like you too, there's room for improvement. Don't lie to yourself. Do not decay. Stop waiting. Exit that waiting room. Are you out? Are you out? Are you out? Congratulations. Congratulations. Now that you're out, what's the first thing you're going to do? Write it down. Is it create that post? Is it take 0 views fully crammed because you want to just, like, you don't want to do this alone, you want support? Then take it. No more waiting. No more waiting. No more waiting. Yeah. That was all for today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. I love you.